All right, so now we're going to talk about when to leverage yourself off digitally or physically, when to bring on additional people to start doing these things for you. You're only going to do these things when you've gotten to a point, maybe you're 6 months or a year in, and you're so busy with all the contracts that you've been able to generate from your marketing and your advertising. You're writing contracts, you're staying busy, you're not able to do all the things and promotions to keep pushing your brand. So you have two options. You can leverage yourself digitally, meaning that you spend your money to do the advertising for you, or you can hire an outside company to actually do that marketing and advertising for you. So you give someone else your money and then they spend it how they see fit to give you the results that you're looking for. So it's very difficult because there's a lot of services out there and a lot of people sign up for things and get themselves into contracts that they really shouldn't, and they pay a premium for these things because they think it will save them time, but it ends up not getting the results that they're looking for. So there's a lot of ways that I want to talk about in this video of how to avoid those pitfalls and things not to do and things what to do. So let's go into number one. The big elephant in the room is Zillow, Realtor.com, and even Facebook advertising, because there's so many companies that advertise for you on there. Most of those require an initial contract, whether it's 6 months or a year contract, depends on your rate. I would discourage you from getting into a contract that is going to lock you into something that you're already paying a premium for that you're uncomfortable with, and if you're going to depend all of your business and income from that one source. So if you're going to take that, let's say you're at $500 a month and you're like, all right, I can sit there and spend this money, and you want to dump it all into Zillow. What happens if you get absolutely no results from that, but what you were doing was working before? You've changed where you're putting the money. Are you prepared for that shift? Or a smarter way to do that would say, all right, I'm going to scale my budget from $500 to $1,000. I'm going to keep spending that $500 on what I was doing, but now I'm going to take this $500 extra and put it all towards Zillow. So that way, you know that what you've done is going to stay consistent, and now this extra money that you have, you're going to be able to see what results you can actually use or get from that. So you want to keep reinvesting your marketing into places while staying consistent with what's working. You don't want to shut off one thing if you know it's working. You just want to add other things to it. So if that makes sense. So if you can't afford a double from $500 to $1,000, just bump it up a couple $100. If Zillow wants more, then just buy their lowest amount to just get in there. You just want to test it. You don't want to necessarily reshift all your budgeting, because if it doesn't work, then it's going to really confuse you, and then you're going to go back and you're not going to try it again. You're going to be scared to reinvest into something else. So take your money, do what you're doing consistently, and then test other things. Test it in Instagram marketing, test it in LinkedIn or direct mailers or Facebook advertising. You want to go and you want to test those different things while staying consistent on the thing that's actually working. Do that, you will stay consistent with your branding, you will stay consistent with your growth, because once you know, if you take $200 or $300 while staying consistent, one of them might pick up and that starts actually making a ton of money. So then what you can do is you can start adding more budget to the new one that you've just found. So next thing you know, you're spending that $1,000, but you're spending it 50-50. While this 50 is now making you a ton of money, you can keep scaling that. And then if you want to add something else, take a few $100s and invest that into something else. If it works, great. If it doesn't, then don't do it. Take that money and put it elsewhere. You got to keep testing other avenues that work while staying consistent with the things that are working.